And everyone, my name's Oso. Hoping you're having a fantastic Thursday evening. Just look like both runners have already got started, so I'm going to go ahead and just do some quick um, changes in the background. Make sure everyone's synced up here.
So I want that I have this issue there one.
Still having some issues, but I think we're, for the most part, okay. So, again, my name's Oso. You're having a fantastic Thursday. Glad you all can make it over here to this no major glitches, all buses run. On the left we have Metatron, and on the right we have Venmissa. So right now both runners are heading over to the tutorial. It looks like Metatron had some trouble with the door, but hopefully won't be too big of an issue. So this first area is Arteria. It is rather straightforward overall. For those of you who are familiar with the no major glitches route, this is going to be very similar other than the tutorial Emmy. So first off is going to be Corpius, who is a cloaked spider dog. It does look like we're having some difficulties with Meta's stream, so please bear with us. Let me see if we can try to correct that a little bit. Venmissa does get down Corpheus first, but Meta is not far behind. Venmissa using the slide cloak in order to get through these, I don't know what to call them, just cloak archways a little bit faster. It does look like Meta didn't get the slide in time. So we are a Adam conversation between the two of them right now. And Venmissa is going through the Emmy zone. However, the Emmy has not spawned yet, so it is kind of just a free traversal right now. Too far behind. We have quite a lot of game left to go through. Venmissa does get water skip first try. Very nice. That is a much trickier jump than it looks. Metatron does get it third try. Very nice. Both runners are just booking it to get to charge beam. Venmissa does get it first. 5:15. Very nice time, considering that they had to go get the tutorial Emmy. Metatron is at 5:35, so you have about 20 seconds between the two of them. Venmissa does go for the first energy tank. It is one of the slower ones to pick up in this route, but it does help a lot, especially in these beginning stages. And it does look like Meta also does get the E-Tank as well. And yeah, Arteria, you do have to... We have skipped a lot, but you do have to backtrack quite a bit in this zone, so... I think it was done for the purposes of, you know, just keeping the area familiar as new players kind of get used to this game, but there's a lot of backtracking. All right, so with the thermal flow, Venmissa can now speak to Adam. This is the 3rd out of 4 times, hopefully, that Venmissa will have to talk to Adam. And now they are going to go and spawn the white Emmy finally by doing something that we call Maga Skip. This is pretty cumbersome trick, I'll say. You do have to get this quite right. It looks like about 4th try, so not too bad. And so that's the only way to spawn the white Emmy. So otherwise, if you try to go anywhere else, you do softlock yourself. Meta does get it first try, so that is a big break for him. And slowly catch his way back up. As expected, Venmissa does make quick work out of the central unit. Meta doing the same. And it does look like Venmissa had a little bit of trouble. Hopefully they're... Okay, they do recover. But this is a huge break for Meta if he can secure a faster Emmy kill. It does look like he's also going to drop down. So he will recover some time between the two of them by just being able to plant. So with the magnet, spider magnet, both players are able to climb up the blue walls. It's a cool new toy that was introduced in this game, and definitely a lot, I'll say, faster than the spider magnet or a spider ball. Yeah, for those of us who played Metroid 2, the original. losing some time here in the Eteria escape, unfortunate. And yeah, this can easily go wrong if you don't get it first try. It does look like Venmissa is going to have to recover, and now Metatron is in the lead because of that. Oh, well done. But the 1035. And 1045 for Venmissa. So Metatron is 10 seconds ahead. Yeah, that was a very close D-boost. It did look like it was about to be the same as Venmissa's. So now that both players are in Caterus, we will be talking to Adam for the final time. We'll see if either player goes for this deep boost right over here. It's like Meta is setting up for it. It doesn't get the wall jump. Unfortunate. And miss ooh. Gets a small time save with that. And Metatron is not going for the Hell Run, which does save about 2 seconds, so this is an opportunity for Venmissa. Once you get the Hell Run, it is essentially free, especially after the with the E-Tank. Very nice pre-charge is going on. And both runners are hurtling towards the biggest, or the big skill check in this run, which is Adam's skip. Meta's stream is keeping us suspended a little bit. Venmissa is attempting a pseudo and lost a little bit of time there. Alright. So, best of luck to Meta for the Adam save skip. This does save a significant amount of time. This has become standard on all runs, as far as I know. But, especially in race circumstances, this can become a trick that just does not cooperate with you sometimes. Venmissa gets it first try. Very nicely done for them. And Meta does eventually get it, so well done. We've seen a lot of runners. choke and not get that. And Venmissa continuing to insist on using the pseudos there, allowing meta to catch back up a little bit. Both runners have drained the soup at around 1540. Pretty good times, I would say, for both runners. It does look like both runners did miss out on the reverse atom climb. Not too big of a deal. And I suspect that both runners have breathed a sigh of relief, and they can just kind of play the game for a while. Expected both runners to get the second E-Tank, which is by far the easiest E-Tank to get. This is basically right in your way. We're looking at about 3 seconds between the two of them. That's true. There's only one big equalizer, which was Adam Save Skip. There is no space jump, pseudo, or anything else too major. There are a few skill checks that we could possibly see that would give one player an edge over the other. I'm not too familiar how both runners approach this category, so we'll just have to see. But very clean movement from Venmissa. And Metatron is answering right back. Sub 19 wide beam, very nice. Slight issue with the Pedro blocks. And both runners are out of Dairon and back to counters. Does look like Venmissa did pick up a little bit more of a lead Venmissa again making quick work of the central unit. Metatron not far behind. So I don't suspect that either runner is going to go for Professor Stupid. Yeah. Well done by both runners. And we're looking at about 8 seconds between the two. Venmissa picking up that Missile Plus tank. And both runners are thinking, you know what? Orange is the new blue. So we're back in Arteria. We're going to go through what I like to call Sarah Station 2.0. So you can see it's very flashy, but really neither player is going to be in any sort of danger. It's a very clean Sarah Station by Venmissa. But also with a clean Sarah Station. And both players don their orange pajamas. So, with the Varia suit, both runners can now withstand heat. And they'll be able to face the next boss, which is Kraid, that somehow makes another appearance for some reason. I don't know if it's ever really explained how Ravenbeak captured Kraid and brought him to ZDR, but he did, and it's the thing. So Exception believes that there's going to be a lead swap due to Kraid RNG. It's this twin Craig. Kraid and Craig. I could believe that. Both runners moving past the Dwaynes because they take way too long to kill, and you get a health pickup anyway before facing Craig. So yeah, this is Craig. Has a lot of familiar attacks from Super Metroid. Oh, Venmissa going for the infinite wall jump. Just barely misses out on the last one. Starting to fall apart. This is an opportunity for Meta. Venmissa does get lucky here. And we're now neck and neck. And Meta does take a small lead. I'm not sure you're half right. I think the infinite wall jumps were a bit more significant factor than the RNG. But you take whatever you can accept. I think it's more of an accommodation than an exception. So yes, both runners are just seconds apart right now. Meta does have a slight lead. We were having some trouble, and I think it had something to do with just his stream, so we can't get the syncing just right. So, just keep in mind that Meta does have an extra second or two. So no tomato soup. And now we are pretty much dead even. Meta is possibly about a half second ahead. And I know it doesn't look it in the screen. Both players secure grapple beam, no problem. So it does appear that Venmissa does have a slight lead now. Maybe even just a quarter of a second. Meta does get the unfortunate yellow Emmy spawn, but does navigate it very nicely. So that is a little bit of a time loss. That is RNG. Runners awakening the face that never blinks. Stares right into your soul. Don't look at it. Okay, so we should be a little bit better synced up now. Venmissa with the hole of one, very nicely done there. Venmissa about 8 seconds ahead of Metatron right now. This could be the difference of a backdoor flash or a failed backdoor flash. Meta went for the safety strat for the hole in one. Unfortunate hit by the wall beam. Venmissa missing the pool of shame. Meta just kind of gliding through it. Hobbit, you need to track it yourself if you. Venmissa going for backdoor flash, which is 150 beats per minute. Gets it first try, very nice. Unfortunately, does close the shutter behind them, so gonna lose about 1.5 seconds. Venmissa not opting for the pseudos here. Wondering if Cataris has dissuaded them from that. And Meta did one of the pseudos, but not the other. Going for the underwater bomb jump. Gets it first try, very nice. Kind of an interesting choice there. But yeah, with Flash Shift, this game gets significantly easier for the movement. Both runners just flying through. Little bit of trouble with the central unit. Might give Ben a bit of an opportunity to catch up. Yeah, a much faster central unit. Doesn't look like Venmissa is hitting the yellow Emmy. So, just even more opportunity for Meta to claw back and get some time. And welcome to the best iteration that the Speed Booster ever has been. Oh, unfortunately, it does look like Meta somehow lost the speed boost. That's going to be a huge time sink. I'm not sure what happened there. So, the runners do get the third E-Tank. I believe this is going to be the final one. There is a fourth one available if they so choose, but I think based on their caliber, I believe that the three E-Tanks is going to be enough for them. So next up is going to be Quiet Robe, or a Quiet Robot. There is a speed keep here. Let's see if either runner goes for it. Does save a second or two if you get it. Looks like Venmissa is going for it. Nicely done. And Quiet has become a bit of a joke now. It's like Venmissa did have a little bit of trouble getting the first. I think it's nerves. There we go. So Metatron is going for a bit of a slower route, but does get the first Shine Spark. Shine Sparks have a unique property to them. They don't actually do damage. It's like we'll say numerical damage. It's actually percentage damage. So it either has three states. You will either do 100% damage, 50% damage, or 0% damage. So for the robots, it does 50% damage. That's why we do 2 Shine Sparks. And the developers were so kind enough to give us just enough for him to charge a Shine Spark. Otherwise, that fight actually takes quite a bit longer. So that did give Meta some time back, but Venmissa is still in the lead by a staircase. Oh, Meta with a unique. I've never seen that before. I'm not sure if that saves time, but charge to Shine Spark to Ball Spark through that coral reef. You know, some swag. But the ultimate swag, Speedkeep, is right here. Of course, everyone knows about this room. So Venmissa does get it. Meta does not. Unfortunately, Venmissa does miss the ball spark here. Even though setting up for it will cost a few seconds. And they do not forget about Drogaga, so this is still a legal race. I have to expect someone to forget about this boss. Not hoping it, but kind of have a feeling that it's going to happen. So this is new tech. By bonking yourself into Drogaga while it's knocked down, you can one cycle it. But yeah, it looks like Meta just barely missed it. So I mean, you can see just how much time is saved by one cycling this boss. Yeah, it looked like it was one missile. Yep. That's a shame. So cool new tech. Glad that we're still finding new things about this game, even though it's been almost 2 years. So Meta did get first try climb, so he did get some time back there. But Venmissa does have quite a lead so far. But both runners have kept this relatively close all game. So this boss, or mini boss, I'll say, has also become sort of a joke. The meta did have some unfortunate luck there. You could just slide into this boss and just tank the damage, which deals less damage than any of its attacks. So having a little bit of trouble there, but Meta did get through it. All right, so Venmissa is first to get their cucumbers. Strangely, super missiles have a lower DPS than regular missiles. Venmissa is picking up their lead. Just very solid movement all throughout this game so far. You call them blue cucumbers? Blue cumbers? Blue cumbers. I just call them icy cucumbers, but I'll see if I can remember blue cumbers. Or ice cumbers. We'll just combine the two. And oh my god, the X are here. Remember that? That happened? That was the whole point that we came over here? Seems so long ago. Ooh, Venmissa going for the speed keep. Very nicely done. And now is the time that our mash actually becomes important. So these are the Chozo warriors. They've been infected by the X. And the best thing to do is just mash the plasma beam into them as fast as possible. If you are good enough, you can weave super missiles into this, but it's not necessary. But really, you just want to maximize your DPS as much as possible. You can see Meta does weave in at least one super missile when they're beginning the mash. So it does look like Meta got through that fight a little bit faster. And very nice instant spark by Venmissa. Meta going for the safer, just speed boost through everything. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow these runners. I do believe that both of them stream their Metroid Dread runs on a regular basis. So if you like what you see and want to learn, I know that everyone in the community has been really good about just sharing information and tips that they've kind of figured out on their own, or just what the community has been able to come up with. So be sure to follow both Meta and Venmissa if you haven't already. Looks like both runners do get trolled by the beetle. So we are just half a second apart. And Meta, unfortunately, gets trolled by the blue Emmy. He does save the shine part, though. Excuse me. RNG is definitely on Venmissa's side here. That's the second troll Emmy that Meta's had to face. Oh no. Oh no. That is... Okay. He salvaged it. So definitely not the intended way. Otherwise, I think that the developers would have hid the HUD during the Emmy sequences. So there is a new trick that not necessarily new to the speedrunning itself, but to no major glitches, which is the warp. So I don't know if either of these runners are going for it. Does look like Venmissa is. So by catching the ledge and then morphing into a ball, you're able to store Samus's location. I'm not sure if Meta got it, but he's going to go for it. So anyway, by doing this, they're able to store her location, and then they're able to come back. Meta with a much faster route up. Oh no! Okay, yeah. I didn't think he stored it anyway. So you can see right here, I believe Venmissa is going to get it. So they're going to unmorph, and then they're going to teleport back to where they had stored it in the morph ball. So, unfortunately, Metatron is going to have to crawl all the way back. So this does save some time. Venmissa doesn't get the Shine Spark, so maybe this is an opportunity for Meta to come back. He does store it. And just does the slow one. So, yeah, but the Ice Cumbers do make it a slight increase in DPS. And with the Shine Spark, Meta only had to deal half the amount of damage that Venmissa had to for that mini boss. Yeah, this is proving to be quite a close race. So glad to be here. Hope you all are enjoying it. If there's any questions or anything that you guys or gals want or would like answered, please let me know. Venmissa having some trouble here with the Shine Spark. And Meta is going to take a lead now. is my favorite boss to see done perfectly? Um, I think SQ is probably my favorite boss, just because of just how different it is from the intended way, I'll say. And now it's like it's just completely wrecked. And I'm glad that, the developers haven't changed it in any of the patches. I do love Experiment Z57. I'm glad that there is categories that include them, because it's just unfortunate. It's such a well-designed boss, and it's just very unfortunate that we skip him in so many of the categories now. Yeah, Mercury Steam has had a very light hand when it comes to patching. They've only patched one glitch that was heavily used because they felt it was too easily done, for casual players. And then they've also fixed um, the crashing bugs, but have just left alone anything, whether it was intended or unintended, such as the pseudos, such as the morph ball warp or ledge warp. The axis skew. I cannot believe that that would be something that was ever intended to be done. I don't know if they ever found that, but props to them for not heavy-handedly saying we never intended for this to be a thing. We're fixing it. So both runners do get the Shine Spark. Meta does make quick work with the first Red Devil. Ooh, Venmissa is low on health here. Need to be a little careful, but does manage to take him out. Well done, keeping a cool head. See if Venmissa uses the speed keeps here. Not Arc. Meta opted to just use a flash or a shine spark here. So this will be a little bit of extra time that Venmissa gets back. Yeah, I never liked this. It does like Venmissa is now going to take the lead. I never liked this, and I thought it was a little clunky. Normally, you would have the space jump, so like it wouldn't matter. But I definitely remember getting lost here on my casual playthrough. We definitely have a race here. We're just a few seconds apart. Okay, and now we have my personal favorite boss, Experiment Z57. Such a cool boss. And Meta is gonna take a... Oh, didn't get enough damage done. So Venmissa is going to get to the Flappy Bird sequence first. And then by charging a Shine Spark during the Flappy Bird sequence, you can just instant kill the boss. Very cool that they added stuff like that. Huge just props for like that kind of attention to detail. In a perfect world, I think that something like having a... I don't know if that actually saves any time there, Meta. In a perfect world, as I was going to say, if there was a different death animation for the Shine Spark, but I think this is totally fine. Plus 13 swag points for doing a slower ball spark than just rolling. All right. Oh, Meta having some trouble here with the get-ups. Yeah, there you go. Also, apparently, thermal energy traverses faster than the teleportals in ZDR. Because not only did Samus just turn the reactor back on, but it was able to thaw out huge blocks of ice before she gets back. I always just found that kind of funny. So a little bit of a skill check here. Does look like Venmissa gets it first try.